The Windows Management Instrumentation Framework is another great candidate preferred by attackers. At its core, it's an information management framework that provides access to system data. It can be executed remotely, and this becomes dangerous in lateral movement scenarios where an attacker has obtained access to one machine and is trying to compromise others. From the defender's point of view, WMI attacks are primarily used by attackers for post-exploitation, similar to PowerShell. To confuse security analysts, attackers can chain PowerShell and WMI attacks, as well as use WMI to perform reconnaissance once they have obtained access on a compromised system. And this brings us to the next topic of techniques to detect lateral movement. Both WMI and PowerShell can be executed remotely. This makes them a high-value asset for attackers that want to move laterally within a network and compromise multiple systems. We have some great resources at our disposal. JP-Cert provides great documentation for high-fidelity detections. There are more detections that we can cover in this module, but you can further explore them at the following link, as there are categories for each tool. In lateral movement scenarios, we must consider two parts: the already compromised machine and the target machine that the attacker is trying to access. For the Windows operating system, if we detect a rogue PowerShell process on the compromised machine, on the target machine, this can be correlated with the WSM provhost.exe. There is a similar example for WMI. On the compromised machine, we can identify WMIC process, whilst on the target machine, we can correlate this with the WMI prvsc.exe process. The JP-Cert resource provides much more data of such indicators that can be codified into the SIEM. Considering some of the alternative detection methods for fileless attacks, malicious payloads are usually sent as command line parameters. Endpoint detection and response platforms can capture these parameters that can be extracted for future analysis. Sysmon, which we'll explore more in the next module, also logs command line arguments for the process create events. Now, we're not looking for replacements, we're looking for alternative detection methods that we can use depending on the circumstances of the security incident at hand. Summarizing this module, we have learned how fileless attacks generate less artifacts for us to analyze. We have seen how attackers abuse legitimate utilities as part of their attacks. And this includes PowerShell and WMI. And we have also analyzed the PowerShell attack as part of a post-exploitation scenario. In the next module, we'll explore behavioral analysis using Sysmon.